All right, so today we're going to be subtracting integers. Yesterday we did adding, so we're going to do the kickoff here involving that. So if we have a negative 689 plus 167, so remember, when they're the same sign, you just add them together, and the sign each of them are is what the final sign will be. Here, when they have different signs, you don't worry about the sign, but you take the big number minus the small number. So in this case, 689 minus 167. So you get 2, 2, 5. And then you look at the two numbers. 689 bigger than 167. So you look at the sign of that one, and it's going to be negative. So our answer, negative 522. All right. So really when we're subtracting, we're going to be adding the additive inverse. So we're going to rewrite it so that it matches up to a lot of what we were doing yesterday. We use those same rules. How we do that is by leave change opposite. Leave change opposite is we're going to go through. So out of these two numbers, we would leave the first one alone. The sign would be subtraction. So we're going to switch that back to addition. And then we do the opposite sign of the third number. So if we do, say, this one, just light up there. So we leave the negative 4 alone. The minus becomes a plus, and the 3 would be a negative 3. So from here, we're just going to apply the same rules we did with addition now. So negative 4 and negative 3, when we add them together, we get negative 7. So if you think about it up here, we'd be subtracting positive away. So if we take away positive, we're going to make it more negative then. Here, leave change opposite. If we're subtracting a negative, it's the same thing as adding a positive. So 2 plus 3 would be 5. If we take negative 3 away, we're really adding in 3 positives. So 67 minus 94. Both of these are positive, and we could, if the bigger one was on the left side, we could just straight up subtract those. 94 minus 67. Because we're the other way around, we can't necessarily do that. So we leave the 67 alone. We change from subtraction to plus. This is now a negative 94. So yesterday when we added like terms or added numbers that were different signs, we took the numbers 94 minus our 67, which you would borrow, make this 14. So 7 and 2. The bigger number is negative, so this is a negative 27. Now, if it was, and I don't have an example of it, but if this would have been the other way, so another example here, 94 minus 67, that we don't necessarily need to do leave change opposite with. This is something we can just straight up subtract. 94 minus 67 gives us our 27, and we're done. So some of these, you don't have to do the leave change opposite, but on a lot of these, it's going to make it a lot easier to do that. And especially here to go, oh, well, 67 minus 94, well, we're going to get a negative because we're subtracting more than we have there. So it's easier to do the leave change opposite. Here's one where, again, they're both negative. Our bigger negatives to the left. So if we had just 921 minus 753, we'd get an answer. Same idea here, only it'll be negative. So 921 minus our 753. So 11, 11, 8. So 11 minus 3 is 8. 11 minus 5 is 6, 1. And they're both negative, so a negative 168. Okay? So don't always have to do the leave change opposite. If we would have done leave change opposite, though, we would have done the same thing. We would have subtracted the two numbers. The bigger number is negative, which makes it negative. So that's how you're going to do subtracting integers, is leave change opposite. So have any questions, and let me know. But until next time, we'll talk to you later.